I called up Shraddha. I told her it's a non-glam character. She's like, okay, I have done a lot of non-glam characters. What is it? I was like, it's a house help, a maid. Oh, I'm up for it. And
Nice.
yes,
Child actors are so smart. They'll be
Yeah.
like, hi, मैं ये हूँ, मैंने 150 ads किए, मैंने 500 web series किए, मैंने 200 films किए. Like
Wow.
they have their list of things they've done.
I mean, if you look at what's happening in this country, Guns N' Roses will get over. Suddenly there'll be a Maroon 5, then the
Yes.
Arijit in concert, then there's
Yes.
Vishal Mishra at MMRDA,
Brian
and
Adams,
then there's Brian Adams, and then there's
Coldplay.
Lollapalooza, and there's Coldplay.
Jacob Collier.
All of them are going houseful.
Yeah.
that your wife is equally working. I mean, she also
Yeah.
leaves at the same time you leave. She also comes back at the same time you come back home. Why is she expected to cook? Take all the tensions of the household chores, yeah?
Yeah.
Even she's bringing money home. Man and woman of the house should be taking those responsibilities, but yeah, kind of wanted the men to feel guilty.
All right, it's not often that I have two national award winners together in studio with me. I'm very pleased to welcome Viral Shah and I'm very pleased to welcome Manasi Parekh. Hello, national award winners.
Thank you so much, Hrishi.
But really, what I said to you off the mic couldn't be truer. I was telling them how I'm so excited by so much development in regional cinema, whether it's Marathi or Tamil or Gujarati. And because of the nature of their business being much smaller, they're able to tell far more exciting stories and experiment a lot more. And that makes it very exciting for viewers, for discerning audiences. So talk to me about the film which won the national award. It was Kutch Express. wasn't
Yeah, it was Kutch
And it's something that you guys collaborated on together.
Yes,
You
that
and your
was-
husband
We
produced
produced
that.
it
Yeah.
and he did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so basically Kutch Express was the second film I directed for Soul Sutra Productions. That's Manasi and Parthiv Goel. I'm really glad that they really pushed me to do this film. It's not my genre. The genre of the film Kutch Express, it's like a social drama. And I'm like a very breezy, easy guy. Like I'll make comedies, I'll make very chill stuff. And they're like, no, we want you to do this. And I was like, but I don't know how to tell such stories. Mansi's like, no, you will be able to tell. You don't have any choice. You have to say yes.
We saw the potential in you. We saw the depth
Thank you
that you
so
couldn't
much.
see in yourself.
So yeah, after saying no for 3 days, they kept on calling me like, did you think about it? When do you want to do it? I was like, I don't have time this year. And they were already running very late. They had planned to do that film in that year. I was like, but till next year, January, I don't think so I can do it. I'm doing 2 other films. Okay, we'll wait. I was like, but the script needs rewriting. Okay, go ahead. So I didn't know how to get out of that. And here we won a national award. But of course, once I was into it, that's beautiful film. Not only I made, I'm gonna thank to all the women in that film. The film made by women for women, talks about women. I was the only guy, I guess.
We had a complete set full
Yeah.
of women, you know.
Lovely.
The DOP was
Yeah,
a woman,
yeah,
production designer, costume
Yeah.
stylist, everybody.
We're surrounded by so much estrogen. and you picked up an actor award for the same film,
Best actress in a leading role, which I shared with Nitya Menon.
which you shared with Nitya, which is another really fine actress.
Yes.
So that's lovely. Your home production,
Yeah.
Viral directs it, you act in it. And with all due respect to all the industry awards, I think the national award still commands a lot of respect.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
People will immediately stand up and say national award winner as opposed to, multiple whatever winner. And it must really hold pride of place in your cabinet.
Absolutely, because like you said, we're in a very small industry, and unlike a Marathi or a South industry, which they've been thriving since many more years than the Gujarati industry has kind of developed over the last 6-7 years. To have our own home production and to have not just 1 but 3 national award wins, it made us believe that yes, we're on the right path. We're in a small zone, but we're going to reach out more and more.
Yeah.
And it's a classic David Goliath situation where because we are smaller, like you said, we can experiment. We don't have any baggage that we've got to hold on to. We can just do what we want. And that kind of freedom is very rare when it becomes too big an industry, because then more money is at stake. Then you want to follow a template.
True. And I have to say my guests are very, very, very multi-talented with multifarious pursuits. Viral himself is a very accomplished voice artist. Do you find time still to do
Yes,
videos,
absolutely. I
dubs,
love
movies?
dubs. Yeah. So at least thrice or 4 times in a week, I start my day at 8 a.m. with dubs. and then I go towards. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So, do you do long sessions? Because some of them can tend to be very long.
Yes, so once in a month when there's a film or something, I'm dubbing in Hindi, an English film dubbing in Hindi or something like that. No, it takes up the entire day or probably 2 days, but 8 hours. So I finish an entire film. If I'm doing a lead voice, then about 2 days I can it. And if there are OTT episodes, then say 2 to 3 episodes in a day, 4 hours, so 8 to 12.
So what qualifies as work and what is passion? The dubbing or the direction?
No, everything is passion, storyteller. That's what I don't do anything where I feel, oh, this is work. I immediately say no to that. So I also run an ad agency, a video production house where we produce ad films. But I love writing, I love telling stories. So film is storytelling. I have been a child actor since, yes.
Correct. I mean, you were in Ek Mahalo Sapno Ka
Yeah.
in another lifetime.
Yes. 1994, yeah.
And talking about being multi-talented, I'm so glad that you used Manasi's voice in the movie. You know, and she's
We are lucky that she
Yeah,
lent her voice
she
to
lent
this
her voice to
movie,
it.
yeah.
correct.
Mansi said, मैं पैसा नहीं लूंगी, पर I'm only singing myself. I was like, obviously.
I've been singing in all the films that I'm acting in.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Now, guys, the reason they're here is because Maharani, this beautiful, this delightful film, is in theatres on the 1st of August. We're taping this actually a day away, so chances are it's already in theatres. Please check local listings. Viral has just told me it's all over. All multiplexes, single screen theatres. So, whichever city you're in, please go check your listings and definitely go and watch it. It's a really heartwarming story. It doesn't give you some great lessons in life, but very subtly reinforces certain things that we need to understand as human beings. And really, I think the beauty of the script is it takes everyday situations and it's not preachy at all, but there is an element of, hey, I've been here before. So I'd like you to comment on that, Mansi.
Absolutely. So this is such a relatable theme. And especially being a Mumbaikar, you know, the kind of lifestyles we have, we literally rely on our help all the time.
Correct.
And when Viral called me saying that this is the kind of film we are making, I was like, oh my God, this is my life story. I'm literally going through the same things. My character Mansi, by the way, the character is also called Mansi.
Correct.
She's going through the same things. I'm like, oh my God, like, did you spy on me while writing the script? But yeah, so I mean, everybody watching it, we're all going through the same conflicts. And that, you know, the interpersonal relationship between the house owner and the house help. And the fact that they are family, but they are not because we also pay them. And how does one kind of walk that path? I love it. It's so cheeky, it's fun, it's also emotional. It's the correct mixture of all three elements, you know.
You know, it's at its heart, it's a story of an urban family. Mansi's character, her husband, and their little child, this girl. But it also at many levels talks about how the maid, the household help played by Shraddha Dangar, and Mansi developed this really incredible relationship. And I love how the writing has that the man will not get involved in all the nitty-gritties and the, you know, the daily interplay with the housemaid.
Yeah.
As long as he gets his morning chai, as long as he gets to go to work,
Yeah.
he's not bothered about the rest. But it's always the woman of the house who will be sending voice notes, who will be, you know, saying these are the things you have to do every day, and still manage to get out and go to work. And I think you've captured that very beautifully.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the situation a lot of people go through. Both the men and women of the house, man and woman of the house, should be taking those responsibilities. But yeah, kind of wanted the men to feel guilty.
That's a nice way of making
That your wife is equally working. I mean, she also leaves at the same time you leave. She also comes back at the same time you come back home. Why is she expected to cook? Why is she expected to talk to the house help or take all the tensions of the household chores? Yeah, when she's bringing money home. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, especially when she's bringing money home, you know. And she's a banker in the movie. With a very interesting set of office colleagues, and we'll come to that. Very interesting, the scenes between Shraddha and yourself.
Right.
You know, you could be soul sisters, and you know there are times when you're squabbling, and you literally throw her out of the house on multiple occasions. But you come through for each other in many ways. One of the most poignant scenes for me, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I need to talk about this, is that, something's gone wrong in their relationship, and Shraddha's character walks into a bunch of maids who are gossiping. And despite feeling hurt and being ill-treated, she doesn't indulge in gossiping about this woman. And then that's love.
Yeah.
That's friendship,
Sisterhood, yeah.
That's sisterhood.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so talk about those scenes and acting with Shraddha and, fashioning those scenes which have come out so beautifully.
Yeah, great question. Actually, so the format that Viral wanted to apply was a lot of one shots, a lot of organic breathing between the lines, and like just how we do like a theatre performance.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of rehearsals, and it almost felt like we were staging a scene in a theatre play, like a play. So, and of course, it was my first time with Shraddha, but it felt like a breeze. It didn't feel like this is the first time I'm working with her. We were in it from the word go, and like you said, this whole sisterhood element. And it's interesting because it almost feels like it's a love story with all the phases of the romantic relationship, which is like the first love, then the disillusionment and the breakup, and like it's almost like a love story between these two, with the husband playing the third wheel. So we loved it. I mean, such a beautiful script that Viral and Hardik and Ram have written. That it's heartwarming, and you don't get to see such simple tales, nowadays. It's all
You can take your
glamour
family.
and, yeah.
Please take whoever's watching and listening, please take your families for it. Take your children for it.
Yeah.
Because it is really a family story. You get to see so much murder and so much of the darker side on OTT these days. This is a breath of fresh air.
It is.
Which I really, really love. Please talk to me about the casting of the two the mother-in-laws, which is Mansi's characters, mother-in-law and mother.
Yeah.
They are just terrific. And all of us in a metropolis like Bombay have Gujarati friends. I mean, you don't have to be part of the community to understand this whole wonderful divide between the Jains and the Vaishnavs. And I think that is done so beautifully, because no matter how urban they are, and one of them is really urban in the show, in the movie, they're pretty stuck on the Jain or the Vaishnava.
Absolutely. That's my personal story. My wife is, I am Jain and my wife is Brahmin, but there is a lot of Vaishnava and Jain where, Jains don't eat potatoes, kanda lasan kehte hai wo log. And the Vaishnavas are like, yeah, what is this? Do not eat post 6 p.m. and all of that. Of course, with all due respect, I am Jain myself and I love the religion, but I could see those jokes happening in my house every day, and I would make mental notes of it. I was like, I want to use this somewhere for sure. And I got a great space over here to explore that. Yeah.
And nobody's really talked about this
Yeah.
divide in Gujaratis,
Yeah.
like the Jain and the Vaishnava.
It's beautifully done, because again, it could have turned out to be too dramatic. It's not. I mean, it's just kept in the right spirit.
Absolutely.
It's almost as though they're sparring and they're enjoying it, and then they move on. Which is really a sweet way.
Again, very relatable, whenever the mother-in-laws or the father-in-laws will watch these particular scenes, they are going to laugh at themselves, like, yes, this is how I spoke to his mother or her mother the other day. Yeah.
And I love that you've brought about the bullet train
Yeah.
to be a very significant part of the story. I mean, each time there'd be a conference room scene with the guy who plays the husband, Jignesh.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
name is Ojas
Ojas.
Rawal.
Ojas, the actor, another fine job. Ojas, incidentally, in the movie works for a company which is building the bullet train.
Yes.
So,
Well, Gujaratis are very, very proud about the Bombay Ahmedabad bullet train. So we were like, why don't we put it again over there? Because they've been talking about this, all the Gujaratis in our country and abroad have been talking, our Prime Minister is getting the bullet train into our country, and first thing is going to be Mumbai Ahmedabad. So yeah.
I, for a moment, paused because there's a line in it saying made from Ahmedabad. And I was like, man, can this happen? Of course it can
Of course
happen.
it can.
Because there was a time we were like, how will somebody working in Parel come from Nala Sopara?
Yeah.
People are coming.
People are coming.
Yes.
How will somebody from Thane come? People come. I mean, I think a very healthy percentage of this office where we're sitting, maybe about 18 people come from Thane. So I'm saying, This could be. Did you
Yeah.
think of that?
Possible. It
In
could
a
be
couple of
possible.
years,
Like, I
absolutely.
mean, yeah, Viral opened my eyes to that possibility.
You know, the maid comes from Ahmedabad.
And goes back to Ahmedabad.
It's great employment.
There
And
is
you
a
get it a pass.
monthly pass, yeah.
You get it a pass, like you
Yeah.
get all your
Yeah.
maids a
Yes,
pass.
yes.
And say, come in and do your stuff and go back on the bullet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Real life and real life. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
So tell me, I mean, have you worked with these two ladies before? Or
Oh yes, I have. So Mansi's mother, Surbhi Vyas, again a fine actor. She was in my first television show I used to write in 2010. So I know her since then. And her husband is also a very famous Gujarati actor, Dharmesh Vyas. So I worked with her, and we've been thinking about doing a film together for a very long time. I was like, let the character come. I will. So probably after speaking for 5 years, finally I cast her.
very nice.
Yeah, and Binda Rawal, Jignesh's mother, Ojas's mother, I happened to shoot an ad with her, say about a couple of months before I started shooting this. I was like, yes, this is how Jain moms are, mother-in-laws are. She's perfect. So while I was actually shooting for a brand film, but I was just thinking about the film. I was like, yes, let's.
Writers, directors.
I like that. I mean, you're such a fine actress that through most of the show, Manasi, the character, is very harrowed.
Yeah.
And that comes across, you know, because she's got so much going on in her life and she has to handle all these things. And I find it very refreshing that you have an office which has colleagues like the way they are, very motley crew. Please tell me about the actor who plays your boss because he's hilarious.
Oh my god, he is the iconic Sanjay Goradia, like hands down.
I mean,
one
I
of the
look at
best
him and I
comic
start
actors
laughing.
we have, yeah.
How can you do a scene with him?
Yeah, he is so good. He's straight-faced and so funny, and he's a legend. I feel Sanjay Bhai. Of course, everybody who knows Gujarati theatre knows Sanjay Bhai because he's literally part
He's
of
a
the biggest commercial.
he is one of the rulers of Gujarati theatre.
Yeah.
He's been doing Gujarati theatres for I don't know, like
35,
decades.
40 years now.
Yeah, decades.
So he
You have to
is
keep your decorum intact, otherwise you'll be laughing in during scenes.
Yeah, and being the actor that he is, he'll just take your line and make sure that the laugh comes on his line and not yours, because he's that
He
good.
improvises, yeah?
He's so
Like
good.
most theatre people,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I really like one thing about Sanjay Goradia. He clearly says, a lot of actors, they say, "Arey, mujhe kuch alag karna hai is picture mein." He says, "No, people cast me for who I am, and I have been making people laugh across the globe for last 30, 40 years. Why should you cast me for something I'm not
I
very
like
good
that.
with?"
I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
he's
he's
very
very clear.
open about saying, in this film, I only do what I've been doing for last 30 years. Make you laugh.
That's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. He's like, मुझे यही करना है. इसके लिए कास्ट के यही करूँगा.
There's him and there's this lady who's your co-singer and also
Yeah.
very close friend who chips in with you. I've loved those scenes with her. There's this boy who plays the Catholic.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
yes.
very interesting.
He's also very good.
What is the actor's name?
Abhalya. That's what it is. A very tongue twisting.
So tell me, were all the office sequences very tightly scripted, or did you allow them to go off point at points? Because it just looks so natural.
So of course we had all the dialogues, all the punches which you see, except for Sanjay Goradia's punches. That too 50% were written, 50% we improvised. But that is with every scene in this film because we've done a lot of one shots. I wanted a lot of overlapping between Manasi and Shraddha, Manasi and Ojas. So we had, say 80% of the lines what you hear are were written, 20% is improvisation. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. I mean, I love that process. I feel there should be improvisation. Otherwise, what's the difference between when you've been doing workshops and readings before you go on floor and when you go on floor? Then it gets very mechanical.
Talk to me about the music, Mansi. I mean, I love that you guys have filmed a very interesting video, which is, you're kicking butt. There's a lot of woman power in there. Both Shraddha and you must have enjoyed
We
shooting
had
that.
last shooting.
Yeah, and it's also an interesting soundtrack because it's got a very interesting rap, which the movie opens with,
Yeah.
which
Viraj
essentially
Hirani has-
talks about Gujaratis in Bombay.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is so lovely. So I'd like you to comment on the music.
Sure. So, like you said, the opening rap, that's something Viral really wanted at the start of the film. And I'm glad he's played like an ode to the Gujaratis in Bombay. Because even though people, the industry, the Gujarati industry is based out of Ahmedabad, the box office comes from Bombay. People in Bombay, people of
Sure.
Bombay watch
Yeah,
it
yeah.
more than the people in Gujarat as well. So we thought this is great, and all of us working on the film except from Shraddha are Bombay
From-
Gujaratis.
Yeah, yeah.
So this was like, and we got Viraj Ghelani, who's the quintessential Instagrammer. Like he talks about Sobo, which is South Borivali. So he's like, I'm from Sobo. So we got him to rap that bit. It's so funnily written and very iconic. I love it. And we shot it across locations in South Bombay. And Parth Bharat has given music for it. And Maharani, the title track, I'll sing a couple of lines.
Please.
अमरेली थी अमेरिका महाराज एनो चाले लंदन टोक्यो पेरिस काम काज एनो चाले बर्मा थी भूटान सिक्को सिक्को एनो चाले चाल एनी माशा अल्लाह ओए होए ओए होए ओए होए ओए होए महारानी 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 होए.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And when you see the movie, you guys will realize the importance of the title Maharani. Also because Shraddha's character is Rani in the movie. And it's I won't give away any spoilers, but please watch it because you'll realize the importance of the title there. And you know, there's a wonderful song which happens when...
Lullaby.
Yeah, it's a lori. It's a lori.
Yeah, yeah.
When Rani is with the child.
Yes.
So tell me about that tune.
So basically, it's a traditional lullaby. Shri Javaidchand Meghani had written eons ago. And it's in the public domain. And every Gujarati has heard of this lullaby at least once in his or her lifetime. And I wanted to show that bonding between the house help and the child. And with the age group of the child, I was like, let's use the tool of lullaby. So then we picked up the lullaby, which is existing lullaby, and our lyricist and Parth, they additionally composed to what is existing. So we have played that song many times in the film. So we're gonna release that song once the film releases.
Sung by Janvi Shivang.
Yes, it's sung by Janvi very well. It's
Amazing singer.
beautiful. So usually you say, oh, when I hear this song, I want to just get up and dance. I very proudly say, when I hear this song, I want to sleep.
Lovely, lovely. So beautiful. It's like the Gujarati version of La 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 Lori, Doodh Ki Katori. But you know, there are moments in this movie which really spoke to me so much. I mean, there's a particular scene which is very moving. I mean, we have two daughters, you know, they're 12 and 6. And all parents will identify with this because, you know, this is the age when there's gymnastics class and there's painting class and there's Rail Padamsi's class and there's maths tuition, yada, 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 and there's a lot of running around to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And, you know, we are Dairy residents, so, you know, we go to Celebration Club and Dairy Sports Complex for the badminton, Celebration Club for the gymnastics and things like that. And this thing actually happened. You know, one day class was cancelled and our maid was on leave on that particular day. And she gets a call and, you know, we had a bit of a moment saying, oh my God, you know, what happened? And, you know, the child had gotten home. So I think it was so real. It was almost as though, wow, this happens and continues to happen.
Yes,
it does.
You know, and all of us as working parents, you know, go through these slight heart-stopping moments. Or when the child falls ill,
Yes.
which is so important. You know, I think what's happened in the West is that they've reached a point where it's almost like housekeeping staff.
Yes.
But in India, the element of your house help being part of your family
Yes.
is so beautifully represented. Do you want to comment on that as parent?
Absolutely. In fact, I feel I'm so full of gratitude that we live in a country like India where we have so much staff. Firstly, who's ready to give up on their lives with their families and actually dedicate it like a lot of it for us, which is why we can go out and do what we do. And
then the extended family.
and they
you know,
are
the-
extended. In fact,
The
at times
nanas and
we-
the dadas and dadis and things like that. It's so
Absolutely,
beautiful.
yeah. And and I'm a part of a working couple, and both of us are artists, and we're a nuclear family. We don't have anybody closer, so we rely completely on our staff, and they are like the foundation pillars of our life. And literally, we have monthly family discussions wherein if they have any issues, we kind of figure out a way to solve it. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that everybody's happy doing what they're doing. Because, you know, if that element of joy also has to be there, because if they're living with us, which they are, you want to make sure that your staff is happy. working for you, and if there is any problems, then you kind of try to solve it. And there are days when I do lose my temper because I have 100 stresses, and you think like,
All of us
why don't
do.
you understand this?
Yeah.
And then you realize, wait. No, their house, their work is limited to the house. Do not get your outside stresses to, the kitchen. So I try to make sure that I switch off from my work when I'm at home so that I have a pleasant atmosphere at home. Otherwise, sometimes, you just get harrowed with
course.
too much at work, and then you bring that home, and then, it just spoils things at home. So I try to, most of the times I succeed, sometimes I don't.
It's always work in progress. It's
It
always
always
work in
is.
progress.
Like, there's no, yeah.
I feel there's a reason we call them, Bane, Didi,
Yeah,
Masi.
yeah.
It's not Mrs. Drew,
Or
Mrs.
like,
Johnson.
or like in the good old days.
Fire.
Or in the good old days, it used to be Kaka.
Actually.
Ramu Kaka
Ramu
with,
Kaka.
with his
Gamcha on
gamcha.
the shoulder, yeah.
Hindi cinema stereotyping.
Absolutely.
But this is so beautiful and it's so real. Also, what you've captured very seamlessly, and it's so difficult to do. Again, the simplest things in the world are the most difficult to do. But if you're able to translate that from screenplay level to actual on-floor filming, it is appreciated by the audience. Is that because data is the cheapest in India, around the world, the consumption of social media apps is just rampant, man. And really, honestly, our helps phone rings more than ours.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because they have busy lives and,
Yeah.
they're on Instagram.
Yeah.
And the drivers, of course, are constantly watching movies and series.
Yes.
And I think it's so beautiful that has become a great leveler.
Right.
It's not that you're the privileged section of society, so you will watch OTT and you will consume Instagram. You've just, in one sweep, made it very democratic. I'd like you to talk about that.
Again, it was not intentionally done, like you were saying, because this was again observation. During Kutch Express, actually, my house help, she put up a story of the trailer. Then when the collab started, the feature in it, she sent a collab saying that, people, bhaiya, ye kar do na, mere yahan pe main bol sakti hu. So I thought this is actually happening, but probably we don't realize they consume more data than us. So, and it's very funny. A lot of times information comes from them before us because we don't have the time to open the social app.
True.
I want to say something. My maid, she communicates through Jaya Kishori videos on her WhatsApp status. So if we've had an argument, her next status will be Jaya Kishori saying, अगर आप अच्छे हैं तो मैं अच्छी रहूंगी अगर आप गुस्से में रहेंगे तो हम भी गुस्से में रहेंगे and I'm like okay I get it
Symbolism.
I got it.
That is so cool. That's really wonderful. It's very difficult to get child actors to do a great job. And unfortunately, I still see a lot of child actors who are too precocious. You found the right one for the film, Viral, and I love your scenes with the child, Manasi. Talk to me about working with a child.
Oh my God, I have worked with so many child actors in my career, and they're something else because they are very mature, but they are children.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an adult trapped in a little body. But with Hera, it was refreshing, like you said. She's got that innocence intact, and it was great fun to vibe with her. And she had a lot of opinions about the scenes, and there's this one huge monologue that she has to say.
She does, and she says very rapidly, she says, copy my parents' signature. I said, thank God, our children haven't reached there yet. Or have they? I don't know.
You don't know.
The 12-year-old might have,
Might have, you don't know. Yeah.
But it was great fun, and she was very prepared. She did fall a little sick in the middle, but that every child actor I've realized during filming.
And you always have a parent on the set.
There's
Yes,
always
yes,
a parent.
yes,
And
absolutely.
they'd made a very cute play area for her where she would just,
Wonderful.
be on set but playing with her toys and reading and stuff like
And
that.
now, hours are also structured.
Yes,
You don't
absolutely.
want to hassle the family and things like that. Yeah, but you lucked out because it's very difficult to find, worthy child actors.
We
You had
were
to test
very
a lot.
lucky.
You had to test a lot.
Lots. At least 35 to 40 children, yes.
Yeah. I remember there was this one child actor who really wanted to be cast, and her mother kept messaging me, please ask me.
Pushy moms.
She really wants to do the part. I'm like, does she want to do the part?
Oh,
Or
you want to do the
part?
part.
And then she would text me saying, I've already spoken to Mansi about her. Mansi's already played her mum in a lot of movies. I was like, I didn't tell her this, but exactly my point. I don't want want to show
But I
other.
tell you, the child actors are so smart. They'll be like, "Hi, मैं ये हूँ. मैंने 150 ads किए, मैंने 500 web series किए, मैंने 200 films किए." Like
Wow.
they have their list of things they've done. Every child actor I've worked with, Viral has worked more than me. I'm telling you. I'm like, oh, I've just started my career.
And their marketing skills, my God.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
they have 200, 300K followers on Instagram
Yeah.
already, 12 years.
It's crazy. It's a little scary.
It's really scary.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
It is. But listen, it's with Shraddha, was it an instant, I want Mansi and Shraddha for my film? Was that the way it is? And then you start work.
Yes, yes.
Looked like it. It looked
so Manasi, Shraddha, Ojas, Sanjay Goradia. These four were,
even at the time of writing.
yeah, before we started writing, just when I thought that I want to make this film, I just picked
It
up the
just
call.
looked at it. It looked
Yeah.
as though these are parts written for Mansi, written for Shraddha, as opposed to, hey, it's written and now I'm looking
Now
for
I'm
somebody.
casting. No, not at all. Mansi was the first one I called up saying that, listen, I want to do this. Will you play Mansi in my film, whose name is Mansi? She said, what is she doing? I was like, exactly, you have to pay yourself. Be a mom, be a working mother.
And just be 100 times more harrowed than you are in real life. I said, okay, I'm up.
Then I called up Shraddha. I told her it's a non-glam character. She's like, okay, I have done a lot of non-glam characters. What is it? I was like, it's a house help, a maid. Oh, I'm up for it. And
Nice.
yes, and that
You would
was
think an
really,
actress who's done a lot of glamour will turn around and say, why?
yeah.
You know, very nice.
So that was really spotting of her. Then Ojas and Sanjay Goradia. Again, I was like, listen, I don't know the scenes yet, but I'll do justice to it. Please believe me. Say yes. They're like, absolutely. As long as we are getting the parts we are comfortable with, which is comedy, go ahead. So I was like, yeah, done. So I had left a lot of space. I mean, in the script, it's really funny. You'll see in bracket, Sanjay bhai, please add some humor here in the script.
Wow. Yeah, you're blessed. I mean, if you have an
Yeah, if
actor
I
like
have,
that.
I mean,
you're-
why not? I don't shy away from committing to
Why
it.
not?
Yeah.
And honestly, you had all the time in the world to concentrate on that script, because it's not a magnum opus where you have to do elaborate production
Yeah,
design
yeah,
and
no,
this
no,
and that.
no.
So there are advantages of having one flat, one office, one rehearsal space, a few city shots.
Yeah.
Because then your script can just be watertight, isn't it?
We finished the shoot in 19 days. So we started shooting on 15th April versus we're releasing on 1st August. It's 105 days. So 100 days the film is out from the day of.
So tell me how these trails happen in Ahmedabad. They must be lovely. A, you must be getting mobbed.
Oh, yes.
And people shrieking and yelling. But it must be fun also,
So
isn't
fun,
it?
Yeah. We have these amazing promotional tales, and everybody's checking my stories. They're like, "Are you sure it's a film promotion or is it a food promotion?" Because you're just eating everywhere you go. Because all of us are foodies.
Yeah.
And how can you not go to Gujarati
And not
eat?
eat, right?
Absolutely,
So
yes.
I put up stories and everybody say, "Oh my God, we follow your stories because you eat a lot and we love it." And Sanjay bhai, like he's a food blogger, like he does a lot of food blogging. So you ask him for any recommendation, like ChatGPT, he'll give you 1500 suggestions. Surat mein અહીંયા જવાનું, અમદાવાદમાં અહીંયા જવાનું, બરોડા. I'm like, wow, how do you remember all of it? So yeah.
So, last few questions. I mean, the movie itself has a interbank singing competition, which I find very cute. But I was just thinking while watching it, saying concerts are really in.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's a post-pandemic effect, but it's nuts.
It's nuts.
I mean, if you look at what's happening in this country, Guns N' Roses will get over. Suddenly there'll be a Maroon 5. Then
Yes.
there's Arijit concert. Then there's Vishal Mishra at MMRDA.
Brian
And
Adams,
then there's Brian Adams. And then there's
Coldplay.
Lollapalooza. And there's Coldplay.
Jacob Collier.
All of them are going house full.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
the moment
crazy.
it opens up, it's in 20 minutes, it's out.
So
the servers
I
are
don't
down.
know.
Yeah.
My question to both of you is: have you seen a concert recently or in the past that you went and really said, "Wow, what a great concert this was"?
Coldplay. Oh my
Yeah.
God, in Ahmedabad. It was.
Oh, you went to the
next-
Ahmedabad
yeah,
one?
we did.
Wow,
was
that
next
actually was the biggest one in terms of
Yes,
numbers.
yes.
I went to the DY
Even-
Patil one.
Okay. We went to the Ahmedabad one and the experience was amazing. So good. There was no kiss cam there. Unfortunately.
Yeah, my God, with whatever's happening these days, on their kiss cam.
But
Yeah.
I was just having this conversation with my husband Partha because he's a singer, right? And he does this Navratri at Nesco. And he said that, hello, because we have this debate about people going to the theatres versus people going to live concerts. Like, more people go to live than they go to theatres, so whatever. I'm like, that's true, I can't debate it. But this is a
It is
post-pandemic
true,
thing.
it
People
is
want
true.
that experience of being in a
Being
community,
together in a
experiencing
community.
something
Yes, yeah.
together. Yeah.
And what I marveled about as far as that show is concerned is the use of tech.
Yeah, oh my.
You know, a simple idea like a wristband which is lit up, but it's synchronized, you know, almost like an orchestra
Yeah, yeah.
playing,
Next level.
was just next level. You know, it's just wonderful. What about you? Would that qualify as, did you also go for that one?
No, I haven't been to a concert in a very long time. I just don't like.
You're not a
people
crowded place person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fair enough, why not? Yeah. But in theater, for example, have you
Oh,
seen one?
I love watching. You mean to say?
Did you go to an NCPA to watch whatever?
Or like a play or
Yeah,
a
yeah,
song
plays,
compet-
plays. So I'm not much of a music person. My wife always says, "How did I get married to you?" Because she loves music, and I have no idea about.
So you don't go for music concerts? you're
No,
rather
no, no. It's
a theatre
plays, it's
person.
movies. Yeah, for me, stories are bigger than music. That's
But
for
you,
me. Yeah.
But you should go.
I
As
want to,
As
yeah,
a
yeah.
filmmaker, you should, because
Yeah.
you'll come away with a lot of views, because it's quite amazing to see an ocean of humanity
It's
singing along, and you know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
the vibe is something very, very different.
very true.
Yeah. A travel destination you went to recently, which you said, wow, I mean, Viral, I could live
I
here.
went to. I loved Austria. I went to Vienna. It was beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would love to go back there.
Did you go to Mozart's house?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I remember going there and seeing a piano which he played as a child, which they've still preserved. How cool is that? Yeah. But you're vegetarian. Or you-
Yes,
yeah.
I'm a
Otherwise, I
vegetarian.
would have asked you a Viennese meat question. What about you? When did you
Oh,
go?
we did Switzerland last month and it was Zermatt. I mean, it's like you step into a postcard. How can everything be so perfect in a place? I don't know. Have you been to Zermatt?
No, I've been to Zermatt, but I've been to Switzerland. Yeah.
You have to do Zermatt. Just like 7 days in Zermatt. It's a car-free zone. And the
Wow.
Matterhorn is like overlooking the entire town.
Wow.
And there's a river through the city. A city you can't say, it's small town. And literally whenever you sleep at night, you're just hearing the bubbling sound of the river. And I'm like, oh my God, it's ASMR. Everything about that town is so beautiful.
And did you eat a lot of chocolates?
We ate a lot of chocolate and a lot of fondue.
You want to talk about pav
And
bhaji?
raclette. And we went to Mount Titlis. And
Yeah,
I was told,
I've
don't
done
go there.
Yeah.
But 7th day in Europe, and I was like, oh, there's pav bhaji. Oh, there's samosa. Jaldi le lo.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
all the
yeah.
good juice from, oh, Mansi, man, can we take a picture? I'm like, am I in Switzerland?
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine you being mobbed at Mount Titlis.
It was so fun.
Yeah, but that's lovely. Amazing. Guys, it's in theatres 1st of August. It's called Maharani. It's a delightful film. It stars Manasi Parekh, Shraddha Dangar, Shraddha Dangar, I beg your pardon. It's an amazing ensemble cast. It's directed by Viral. Please go watch it in theatres. It's in multiplexes, single screens. Check your listings all over the country and give this film a lot of love. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
Mansi.
much,
Mansi.
Hrishi.
Thank
This
you
was
very much.
lovely. Thank
Amazing.
you.
94.3 Radio 1.